Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I am Starco Gaming and we are back with another Dragon Champion video, guys. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new character that is currently into the competitive event that just launched, guys, because we had the permission to launch this video as the moment as the competitive event was started. So we're going to be talking about Lirith in today's video, guys, the latest demon, and that actually give a huge new synergy to the demon race. It's actually pretty amazing. So we're going to be taking a look at her, guys. So you're going to see a few different things are actually earning kit are going to be on the live server compared to what we have on the test server. So I'm going to be talking about her skills and also explain the difference from the live and the test server for the skills, obviously. And by the way, guys, if you enjoy the content and you want to help the channel grow, make sure you smash that like button, guys, because it's very important for the exposure of the channel on YouTube. And I like to be able to reach 15 likes on this video, guys, if you guys want to make that possible. So guys, let's start with the most important. If you are level 15 or below, make sure to use the promo code, the star code, to get a free starter pack. To do so, it is pretty simple. You go in the settings, use promo code, and then you enter the code, the star code, press OK, and you will receive a free starter pack, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the goodies. So now that we talk about Lirith, guys, let's go with it, guys. Let's go in the heroes. Now, the team we're going to be using with her is actually a team that you guys probably didn't think that we were going to be testing in this video. But the team we're going to be using with her is Slinger Lead with Zentera, Mega Will, Puncherface, and Lirith. Basically, she is really bringing back those weaker demon characters and actually putting them at the front. Technically, you could replace Puncherface with buff, but I think that buff can be in another full demon team, and then this team is pretty much a full reject of this team can actually be put to use. That's why I really like from Lirith in a demon team. And by the way, guys, if you have Lirith, if you push for Lirith, if you try to get Lirith, the only way she is usable is in a demon team. Other than without demon, guys, she is very weak. So you really need to use her in the demon team if you want to use her. Yeah, sure, she can still remove some debuff if she's not in the demon team, but her survivability is not going to be there, that's for sure. And the survivability of the team is not going to be there. So just wanted to mention that. So that's the thing I'm going to be using, guys. Slinger Lead, Zentera heal, Mega Will tank, Puncherface just to mess things up on the other side, and Lirith, obviously, since we are talking about Lirith today. So we're going to jump on the build, guys. First, we're going to take a look at the skill. So the passive ability is actually the same on the live server. So serve cold, Lirith gain 30% turn meter and gain, and a shield equal to 13% of her maximum health. Every time enemy hero hit more than 3 target once, if Slinger or Zentera is on the battlefield, they get the same effect and gain 8% physical damage and 10% potency for each living demon in the party. So a shit ton of physical damage and shit ton of potency they get for a full demon team, which is the huge advantage. Now, if we drop that, you know, from level 7 to level 6, well, you're gonna get less shields and less turn meter, which is actually not a big game changer. 10% shield, 10% turn meter. So I do believe that this ability to level 6 will be fine, but you need to have this level. If you are worrying about this ability, level 6 is the minimum because the synergy with Slinger or Zentera or both. So very important. Now, the third skill, guys, Error, is actually different on the live server. So instead of remove 2 random positive effects from each enemy, it's basically at cap at 10 effects. So instead of per enemy is going to be a total effect. So remove 10 random positive effect from enemies and place them on yourself with the same duration. Instead of 10, she gets counterattack. Deal 390% physical damage to all enemies, inflict damage decrease for 2 turns, and gain 50% turn meter instead of 60%. Now, this ability, is that ability really important to have at level 7? Level 8, yes, because if you drop that to level 7, well, you lose a lot of shit. So you can see lose 60% physical damage, 20% turn meter, maybe 10% if we base down how they change it on the test server. Anyway, you lose between 10 and 20% turn meter, and then damage decrease for 2 turns just disappears. So it's a huge difference. So this is probably that's level 7, by the way, guys. Level 8 is the difference. So that's level 7 and +1 positive effect. Now, if you drop that to level 6, well, you lose a lot of positive effect you can remove. So that is a must-have ability to level 7, and probably one of the strongest ability to have to level 8 in the game, in my opinion. Now, if we go with the second skill, Shredder, basically perform 3 attacks to an enemy. Each attack deals 270% physical damage. Successful attack inflicts tenacity decrease, armor decrease, and slow for 2 turns on each attack consecutively. Wow, I cannot say that word. Now, if we drop this ability to level 6, the debuff only get applied for 1 turn, so that's a huge game changer. So level 7 is a must on this ability. And then you have the basic ability here, guys, Semi Scissors, deal 290% physical damage to an enemy, inflict critical chance decrease. You drop that, you just lose 50% physical damage. So the level 6 here is totally fine. So the priority on level 7 ability, guys, will be passive ability, level 7 or level 8. Second ability, not the passive ability, but the third skill. My bad, guys. Third skill, Error is actually the #1 target for level 7 or level 8. Then you have the second skill, which will be the second most important skill for level 7. Then the passive #3, and then the basic attack. We don't actually give a shit about having it to level 7 because the difference is minimal. So that is for the skills. Now, how do you have to build her, guys? My recommendation is to build her speed and potency. You want to have to be able to remove all the debuff from the defenders. Even though you put her in the full demon team, you want to have a shit ton of potency on her. So my recommendation will be 120% potency plus, and as much speed as possible. So when you use this third skill, you want to be able to remove all the buff really early in the game without being debuffed before. So that's going to be very important. At least that's my take. But you don't want her to be too fast either. Like me on the test server right now, she is too fast at 295 speed, because you want, for example, you're facing a team with Rin, with what's the name, Centurion, and that kind of characters. You want them to go first. So when you start your first turn, you hit that third skill, and then boom, they lose all their debuff or most of their debuff, and bam, you gain a huge freaking advantage. So this is why you want her fast, but not too fast. Basically, you want her to be able to go before she's dead. That is going to be a huge part, but you want her to go after buff has been applied on the enemy team. So that's pretty much the way that I see her personally. So yes, for me, 295 speed is going to be too fast. You're going to see in the gameplay, guys. Our third skill at the start is quite useless. It's when she gets it again that's going to be getting more useful. So speed, potency, I would say 250 speed, 120% potency. That will be the requirement, and as much physical damage as possible if you can. Artifact, we went with 36% potency, 36% shield, which give her survivability, and the runes, guys. Obviously, we want to test server, so we went full 6 stars runes, so that give us stats like that, guys. 295 speed, which is too high, obviously. 125.33% potency, which is actually what I want, because basically the best builds probably be 6 potency runes on her, guys, to get as potency as high as possible. Yes, on most characters you don't need high potency, but when you're going to be facing defenders with 180% tenacity, you're going to need that very high potency to be able to remove their all their buff. That's gonna be a very great counter against Centurion, by the way. When he gets his counter attack, well, screw that counter attack, huge chance to remove it, or remove the taunt, or remove whatever he has on him. So that's gonna be very, very freaking useful. And her being at 2 fast is actually gonna prevent you from removing those those buffs too early. And by the way, she does not just remove them, she removed them and applied them to herself, which is actually pretty outstanding. So this is the build we have on her, guys. First, we're going to be jumping with this team in arena. We're going to be facing a couple arena teams so you can actually see the power of this team. So first, we're going to go here, global arena, guys, and we're going to test her against the Red Beard team and the Wargle team. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what they can actually do against those team. So first we're going to go with the Wargle team. A major shot lead team is actually usually quite interesting. You can see the power difference is pretty minimal here. 210,000 versus 218,000. So it's not a huge power difference, but I mean, Lirith make those characters so much stronger. And by the way, guys, apologies on the thumbnail. The name, I do believe, is not written properly, so I apologize for that. But thumbnail was already designed by my graphic designer, so there was not really a switching that. But here you can see, because Lirith is so fast, you know, at the start here, she's going to be able to remove all those armor increase. Here you can see physical and magic armor increase, the speed increase there. So it's going to be very useful to actually have her fast against a goblin team, for example. So let's hit that auto button, guys, and let's see how this is going to go. Also, attack down, very useful. Already one dead here. Also, a lot of shield is coming every time we're getting crits too. Is giving us turn meter because of Slinger, which is giving us a huge freaking advantage. You can see how fast we are going here and how much shield we have that prevented the big damage from pig wall. And you can see how easy this goblin team is to counter with this team, just because we have Lirith in this team. You can see the shield on those characters. Stab Mega Wheel and Zentura with purple shield. That is crazy. And if we take a look at the damage, you can see who is doing the damage here. Lirith, 456,000 damage in such a short amount of time. That is a lot of freaking damage, guys. Next, we're going to jump against the other team. Now it's going to be interesting to see the other team because I haven't faced another Lirith yet. So that's going to be very, very freaking interesting, because the other Lirith is going to counter me, to be honest, with all the buff we're getting, but also with the Slinger lead, we are getting a lot of turn meter increase every time we get crits. So I think we do have a slight advantage in this team, but I could be mistaken. We're gonna wait and see the result of this fight and see how it goes. So here we go. Oh, she actually faster than me, so that actually give us an advantage, I believe so, because she's not going to be able to remove all the buff but we did not steal a single buff. But here we go. We murdered the crap out of that here so far. Now, with all the shields we're getting, that Ren actually feels like she's not hurting us, but it's not very powerful Ren either. Just want to mention that. Here we go. Very easy fight here. You can see that Slinger lead team is like very strong. I actually become one of the top 5 arena team in my opinion. That might actually become that. Although you could change, you know, that what is his name? Punch your face for something stronger, like a buff, like Kira or something like that. That will actually give you a little bit more power in your demon team. But I really wanted to take the 4 underrated character, well, the 4 weakest demon characters, and put them with Lirith to show what Lirith can do to a demon team. And look at that here, guys. We have no 290,000 damage here, and still punch your face 127,000 damage. It's actually pretty damn solid. That was a very easy fight. Now we'll check if we have a different team we could face in the global, not global but local, or I want to check that really fast. I mean, we have a 250,000 team, so I guess we could actually test this team out here and see how it's gonna go. It's a huge power difference, 32,000 stronger than us, but I want to see what's gonna happen here. It's not a meta team or anything like that, but still interesting to see what kind of damage we're going to be able to do. After that, guys, we're going to be jumping in Goblin Raid. We're going to test this team out in the Goblin Raid. It's going to be very interesting. Great AoE on this team, so might be able to do something good here. And the more we get hit, the more turn meter we get, so that could be pretty interesting. So far, this is not going bad. We have a lot of shield. That is a huge advantage with Lirith. You can see every time we get a turn, we get so much shield. That is actually quite crazy. And we are actually winning this. We are actually winning this. See all the buffs she gets? Even though she's debuffed, she still gets shit ton of buff, which is a huge vintage here. We're getting debuffed like crazy, but oh, we just got hit like crazy. So might actually lose this one, guys, because of that hit here. Yeah, we're gonna lose this one, but let's see what kind of damage we actually got out there. Obviously, if we play that manually, we'll probably kill Zappy first so we don't get dazed, and then that will be a huge game changer here. But look at the damage. We still did 428,000 damage. That was crazy. The daze from Zappy is really what messed us up in this fight, but damage wise, that was actually pretty solid. When I tested this team yesterday, we actually wrecked this team up. So it's really depending on the target you actually focus on. So if you play that manually, you're gonna be able to have a much better focus. Now, do we have tickets for this raid? We do not have ticket for this raid, so we're gonna go on the Aerokar raid. Apparently, guys, I'm sorry, I need to start farming some ticket for the Goblin Raid for videos, but she's still gonna be a decent one. Now I want to try against Mega Wheel here, because that's gonna be interesting. The more Mega Wheel attack us, the more turn meter we get. The more turn meter we get, the more damage we do, obviously. So I want to test that out here. Obviously, we should be doing pretty damn good. So we're gonna replace all those characters. We're gonna put that demon team 1, 2, 3. Also, the fact that having Zentera with ability level 8 on the team actually give us so much extra abilities. It's actually a game changer too. Just wanted to mention that, guys. That's actually pretty crazy. So let's pick the demon here. If they let me press a goddamn button here. Mega Wheel we're missing in Puncher Face. Let's go with this team. Let's see if we can actually get like 3-4 million damage on autoplay against Mega Wheel tier 9 Raid. I wish we could show some Goblin Raid, guys, but yeah, that's not the case. But I will be getting some ticket and might be doing a video on Lirith Demon Team versus the Goblin Raid and see what kind of damage she can actually do on all first 3 phases. That's something I am thinking about doing, guys. So we're just gonna hit that auto button. We're gonna semi-target. Well, we're just gonna target, auto-target Mega Wheel, and we're just gonna let everything go and see what kind of damage we're gonna end up with. We got a bunch of ability block, which is not the greatest here, but I mean, we should be fine here. I mean, we restore so much shield that it's giving us a huge advantage here for sure. Nice damage here, even from the defender. Lirith is doing so much damage. This is crazy. You can see we still have 3 people in purple shield. That is crazy at this point in the fight. Literally crazy here. Yeah, already down 14% damage. Next set ad is coming. Let's see how this is gonna go here. Should have some AoE pretty soon here. We got some days though. That kind of suck. Okay, Puncher Face shield is out. We have Mega Wheel shield is out too. So I don't know if we're gonna be reaching that 3 million damage, but it's gonna be very interesting to see how she's doing damage wise too. That's gonna be very, very freaking interesting. Now we could use a heal on there we go, on Puncher Face, I was gonna say, and we actually got it. Also, applying that slow is very useful. Down to 25% damage. We are still having everybody alive, and those I mean, those ads did not stick long, that's for sure. Now Puncher Face is gonna die. That's okay. He's not the biggest damage here. Don't really care. He has a nice AoE though. He does have a nice AoE, but here we go. Some healing on Mega Wheel. Mega Wheel's survivability is pretty great. We still have 3 people with some purple on their shield. That is just crazy at this point. 35% down here, and we still have some purple on the skill on the shield. That is just so crazy. Okay, only 1 purple shields now after all this shit, but it's still pretty good. Mega Wheel is very, very strong. Here we go. Ads are gone again. He is still freaking alive. That is crazy here. Oh, he's about to die though. 1 more hit and he's going to be a goner. No, he survived this attack. That is crazy. We're closing on 50% damage done, guys, but Mega Wheel is still freaking alive. That I'm just freaking amazing. Look at that shield on Zentera. It's like almost a full purple shield. That is nuts. At least I think it is. Oh, Mega Will is finally dead. The ads are about dead too. Okay, so Zentera is taking a little beating here. I mean, at some point that was doomed to happen. Past 50% damage, 53% damage. That is just crazy. I cannot wait to see what kind of damage she actually did there. And now we are about to be dead. Yeah. So 55% damage, guys. That is crazy. We did reach 4 million damage against that. I know this is an old raid and everything, but that gives us a little idea of the damage we can do. And you can see her. She did 1.9 million damage, then follow with Slinger 1.59 million damage. That's a lot of freaking damage, guys. I mean, I am really impressed with what this team is actually doing. You replace Puncher Face with a much better DPS in this team, and that will be so much stronger. And so I'm just amazed. And you haven't put buff there. I mean, for Arena, you put buff there, and it's gonna be a killer, man. With all their turn meter increase, I mean, free turn, and then all the debuff that buff applies. I mean, that'll just be so strong. Overall, guys, my final note on Lirith, although you're gonna see my official note on the tier list, demon tier list, that's gonna be updated in a couple of days, guys. But my overall note on this girl is that she is one of the good character if you put her in the demon team. If you don't put her in the demon team, she is a weak character. So if you get her, if you build her around a Slinger lead team. That is for sure. Slinger, Zentera, Mega Will, and any other demons with her, and that will be the perfect team. But if you don't put her in the demon team, guys, do not build her. She is not worth it. So anyway, guys, let me know in the comment section what you thought of this freaking character. Were you impressed like I am, or were you disappointed in some way, guys? Let me know in the comment section. As always, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of my amazing community. You all keep enjoying playing Dragon Champion, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Thank you.